Welcome back. New campaign finance reports are in for the East Baton Rouge Mayor-President's race, and the leading candidates are raking in the cash. Also, a new poll shows who is pulling ahead. John Rapolo reports.
According to new campaign finance numbers, Ted James has raised over $1 million and spent nearly $470,000 since July. Incumbent Sharon Weston Broome has raised over $611,000 and spent just over $184,000 since July.
How much does the money make a difference in this particular race?
It's huge. I think Sharon Weston Broome, even though Ted James raised $1 million plus, that's an eye-popping number, but Sharon Weston Broome will have enough money to get her message out.
David Jacobs is the political reporter for La Politics, an online news organization.
I think that the race for mayor-president in East Baton Rouge is really the hottest local race anywhere in Louisiana this year.
One name is emerging in the race, candidate Sid Edwards. According to a recent Baton Rouge Area Chamber of Commerce poll, Sharon Weston Broome was at 29%. Ted James and Sid Edwards tied at 23%, and Steve Myers at 3%. Edwards raised over $70,000, much lower than his opponents. Jacobs says the issues drawing people to the polls are crime, traffic, drainage, and quality of life.
Who's going to win this race, in your opinion? Can you go out on a limb and talk about that?
I won't make a prediction.
I'm John Rapolo reporting.
St. George leaders proposed an agreement for tax revenue that will transfer to the new city while services provided by East Baton Rouge Parish continue. The proposal includes an immediate payment of tax revenue of $1.25 million per month, dating to July of this year and continuing through the end of the year. And payments will continue through June of next year. Mayor-President Sharon Weston Broome releasing a statement saying, in part, there's a legal loophole big enough to drive a Brinks truck through, which the city parish cannot agree to. I cannot support exposing our taxpayers to such future liabilities, but I look forward to continuing negotiations in the near future, end quote. East Baton Rouge Parish voters will have to decide on an amendment that has several changes for city parish government attached to it. Shannon Heck breaks it down for us.
It will appear on the ballot as the Home Rule Charter Amendment, and the language of it is, admittedly by council members, confusing.
You will not find me disagreeing that the language of this proposition could use some severe improvement.
It aims to restructure parts of EBR government by changing the chief administrative officer to a city parish manager that would focus on the day-to-day operations of the parish. A chief of staff position will be created to handle policy, and a city attorney will be hired to advise the mayor-president on legal issues.
The services that are being delivered to all of you and to all of the residents of our parish are critically important, and we should have a qualified and professional manager who solely focuses on the improvement of those services and how they're delivered.
Among some simple language changes and removing outdated language, the amendment would give the council an additional 45 days to review the mayor-president's proposed budget, to have more time to discuss how money is being spent.
And the ability to have transparent meetings around what those budgets look like, hear from department heads on what their metrics are, how they're meeting them or not meeting them.
There are also residency requirements placed into the parish constitution for the mayor-president and council members. Voters have to vote for all of those changes or none. For your local election headquarters, I'm Shannon Hecht.
The Louisiana Department of Education wants to decrease the amount of time students spend taking state tests. According to State Superintendent Kate Brumley, changes will be made to reduce state test taking time by 20%. The Department of Education says this will streamline the writing portion of the tests. The changes will begin next April for grades 3rd through 8th. Depending on the grade level, students will test 40 to 75 minutes less in English, language, arts, and 30 to 40 minutes less in math. On the LSU campus, leaders are celebrating more than $2 million coming to the university to work on clean energy and climate solutions. Those funds are going to 8 projects aimed at addressing the state's unique environmental and energy challenges. Leaders say these projects will help Louisiana keep its role as an energy leader while adapting to clean energy demands.
A low carbon future for Louisiana. So across all 8 of these projects, we're doing things that are going to lower carbon emissions while maintaining Louisiana's competitiveness.
LSU is partnering with Southern University to make sure vulnerable communities also benefit from these clean energy efforts. Well, some changes to Social Security benefits are on the way. We'll tell you what they are next.